Hi, everybody.
Hi, it's Noreen.
And Phil.
And Adam.
And the baby. Here he is. It's two adults and a baby, 80s movie reviews.
And today we're reviewing The Karate Kid.
Yes, how could we not? Of course, a lot of people know this movie.
Another great classic 80s movie.
And there was Kobra Kai.
Cobra Kai.
And I think other Karate Kid TV shows
so much
or
has
movies.
Come from this movie, right? This one movie, yeah.
Yeah.
So this movie actually was, what year was this film? 1980?
I think it's 84.
84.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so what did you think of it, Phil?
I really like it. It's just a really entertaining movie. It like right away has the fish out of water. Danny LaRusso arrives in California and he's being picked on by bullies and he has to find a way to fight his way out of it. And
what did you think, now that we've seen Kobra Kai also, who do you think the real bully was?
I think I know there's been people have talked about this now, but I still think the Kobra Kai kids were bad.
Still the real bullies.
Yeah, I mean, they were fighting him just
no mercy. Yeah.
No mercy, just nonstop since he showed up. Yeah.
Yeah. And it didn't seem like Elizabeth Shue was interested in getting back together with that other guy, so.
No, it seemed like she genuinely liked him, right? I guess that was something we were talking about when we were watching it. Was she just kind of using Danny to get back at Johnny, or did she genuinely like him? And I think it seemed like she did.
She admitted at the end that she really did like him. That it wasn't just that she was using him. What did you think of his relationship with his teacher?
Of course, yeah, Mr. Miyagi,
Mr. Miyagi,
So we have, and I feel like this is another 80s theme, is the mentor.
The mentor, yeah.
The wise old mentor who schools the young protege.
This is the quintessential one, yeah.
Yeah, this is probably the most famous one from the 80s, or maybe like Star Wars, well, that's kind of the 70s.
And like so many, if you see like other TV shows and movies, they take a lot from this movie. Like even I was randomly thinking about this cartoon, Hey Arnold, from the 90s, and I think his grandmother was trying to teach him karate, if I remember correctly. And yeah, she was basically acting like Mr. Miyagi and teaching him to, wait for the fly to come to you.
Yeah.
So yeah, like it's just such an iconic movie, and people copy scenes from it, and so yeah, it's definitely an 80s classic. Yeah.
Yeah, the grasshopper move. A lot of people just know that, where he's standing on the log and making the grasshopper form.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
and so do you think that, now that I think a lot of people have probably also seen Kobra Kai, did you enjoy Kobra Kai more, or do you just enjoy the original Karate Kid, you think?
I still think overall I enjoyed the Karate Kid a little more, just the TV show. Sometimes it felt it was drawn out a little too much, like they could have... With
the fighting?
They could have had it in like maybe 1 or 2 seasons, and I think it went on for much longer.
Yeah, I think it was like 5?
Yeah, something like that.
The ending was great though, right?
Yeah.
I remember everybody really liked the ending. You got some closure for, was it Johnny?
Johnny, Kreese.
Kreese, yeah.
Yeah, I did feel like Kobra Kai was not like a sequel that was like, unnecessary. Like I did really like the way they brought back everybody.
Oh, all the characters, right? Even Silver, yeah.
Silver, I thought that was great the way they brought him back.
Yeah. Oh, and I know we're getting into Kobra Kai, but I just want to say I love the Vietnam scenes in Kobra Kai. Just to show you the background story of Kreese. I feel like nowadays we're doing that more, right? Like trying to get the perspective of like the quote unquote bad person and see that, like what happened to them that made them become the way they are. So I really like that. Yeah, the Vietnam scene. Yeah. It sort of made him look like a hero, right? Like when he helped his friend out. Yeah,
and you don't really get much about Kreese in the original. He's just like, he has the Kobra Kai, like no mercy, but there's no explanation for
why he is who he is. And then, you get into the whole Vietnam, and then you get into, possible PTSD and, so all that. Yeah. Yeah.
And the connection with Silver.
The connection with Silver, yeah.
By the way, for those of you who don't know, Silver is kind of like the villain in the third Karate Kid.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but do you think that this original is like your favorite even more than the second and the third?
Yeah. The second one I thought is okay, and the third one I did like. Yeah.
I did like how he had this like almost like father-son relationship with Mr. Miyagi, and how Mr. Miyagi not only taught him about karate, but would give him advice, and even got him his first car.
Yeah, I think that's probably the most endearing thing about it, right? Is the relationship
between those two, yeah.
But right, where he's like also like a father figure for Danny, who doesn't have a father,
right.
like, or just one's not mentioned or whatever.
Yeah. And that's why I think even in Cobra Kai he still talks about him so much. He misses him, and I think he even has like a car dealership. So I was thinking like, back to Karate Kid, like I wonder if that's the reason why just Mr. Miyagi gave him his first car, and it was something that was memorable to him, and his love of cars maybe came from that.
Yeah, there's a tie-in there with that. The Cobra Kai really did, I think, a great job, like tying
everything together.
Yeah, tying everything together. Yeah, and
so this review we're also talking about Cobra Kai because we just I think watched it like what was it a few years ago, so that's fresh in our minds, and we just rewatched this movie again. So yeah, it's just really great. Yeah, what else did you like about the Karate Kid?
Of course, like it's so many great like 80s things, like the high school like
drama
in an 80s movie with the bullies
and the nerd, or well, he's not really a nerd. He's just more of like the new kid in school who doesn't have all his friends over there. Yeah. Yeah,
he has no like support system. He left Newark, and and then we have so the fish out of water, 80s high school, the mentor, the wise old mentor, and the Elizabeth Shue is like the rich girl, and he's the poor boy.
There's that story, yeah.
What would you?
That theme again.
Yeah, the class.
The class theme.
Yeah. So many things put in one movie. So yeah, who are your favorite characters?
Yeah, I really like Mr. Miyagi.
Miyagi, probably, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Danny can be a little like obnoxious, right?
He's, I'm like, oh, he's just a kid,
Yeah.
Yeah. And, I think he was that way also because he was just so, I think, sad about moving to a place where he didn't have any of his friends, and he just wasn't fitting in. And so it was showing that frustration, the new kid frustration, that seems to be a big theme in the 80s and 90s, like the new kid trying to adjust,
And what's your take on who's the real villain in this? What do you think about like the whole, is it Danny LaRusso, like, or is it Johnny? Like,
well, like when I watched it again, I'm like, so I used to think that Johnny and Elizabeth Shue's character, they were actually still boyfriend and girlfriend, but it looked like they had already broken up, and she wasn't interested in getting back together with him. So I guess at that point, she had the right to move on, and he maybe should have just left them alone. So yeah, I guess maybe Johnny, but I don't know. He's so likable in Cobra Kai. you know? So it's hard for me to see him that way. Yeah, like as the bully in Cobra Kai, because he's just, if you watch Cobra Kai, he's a lot more likable in that movie.
Yeah. You.
And maybe that's just him growing up. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't really. He's kind of not really like a full character in this. Just kind of like a bad kid,
and you don't even get his side of the story. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's maybe one setback of the original. And
doesn't Johnny talk about that in Cobra Kai? Like, oh, I was just trying to talk to my girlfriend, and out comes this kid and gets involved, like, in our stuff. So I guess when you look at it at the whole story from his perspective, he's not the bully. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that he comes out of nowhere and like.
He's like, who is this guy?
Messes things up, right?
Messes things up, gets in the way. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, but then when I watched Cobra Kai, I feel like neither of them were bullies. Then I felt like in Cobra Kai, I'm trying to think who was the bully. Maybe Silver was in Cobra Kai,
Yeah, it's ultimately it's Silver.
But even like Kreese, you see like a soft side to his personality, in Cobra Kai, yeah.
Yeah, I guess like Kreese, his intention is to be a mentor. He in his own
He
way
wants to be, yeah.
but his philosophy
In
is
his own, just that really tough love kind of way, the no mercy, yeah.
yeah, the Kobra Kai and
Yeah.
but then Silver is just he's not good. Like
Yeah.
he's just has no good he doesn't have good intentions
Yeah, they don't really, yeah.
for the kids.
Yeah, so I guess like Silver kind of looked like more of the bad guy in Cobra Kai,
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, all of it, Karate Kid, Cobra Kai, check it all out. It's all very entertaining.
Pretty good soundtrack too, I think.
Yeah.
Even though it's not like there's no like songs on it that are like the ones from the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, that's why we started this episode off with the baby's giggles. We thought that might be a nice change. Yeah.
But it's still a good 80s soundtrack for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys.
Thanks everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good night.